By the time you're finished, you've built all the way up to being confident in that field. Awesome. So we're going to go over practical advice on how we're going to actually develop our confidence. And unfortunately, this isn't something that you can just subconsciously program yourself into. Confidence is unfortunately something that you have to earn. Um, some of the most important aspects of developing confidence are these four things here, and they all contribute in different ways, some of them more than others, but some of them in different ways. But I'd say they're all pretty crucial for developing your confidence. So, first one we have up here is knowledge or practice. If you want to be more confident at something, then either practice it or understand it better. If you understand to a real deep level a particular subject, you're going to be confident in explaining that to me. You're going to know exactly, you're going to know everything about it. You're going to be confident in that. Same likewise if you practice something, whether it's a sport, tennis, chess, whatever it is. If you are have practiced this to the max and you know that you're good at it, you're gonna build confidence. You're gonna say, Owen, play me at chess. I've been practicing. I can kick your ass, and you might. So knowledge and practice and just revision and understanding is one of the core principles of confidence and developing confidence. Secondly, we have reframing failure. Now, failure for most people is going to knock their confidence. Something bad happens, or it didn't go the right way. That's going to knock their confidence. They're going to say, damn, it didn't go the right way because I wasn't good enough, or I'm a failure. I'm bad at this. I should stop doing it. And that negative thought pattern is going to eat away at you, and it's going to damage your confidence massively. So if you can reframe failure as a learning thing, like you've learned something, you've developed, each failure is a step closer to succeeding. I had a big one a little while ago. I was at a pitch competition for my startup. I was at a pitch competition, and I had a speech to give. It was a 2 minute pitch. I practiced that script. I built that script for days and then practiced that script for days. I could have told you what the fifth word on the sixth line was if you asked me. I would have known it. I would have had it. I got up on stage and all of that just fit. My whole brain dumped everything, all the information, all the revision, all the days that I spent revising, and my brain dumped and I didn't win. But I didn't see that as a failure. I didn't take that personally. I thought, okay, I wasn't ready for it. Either I hadn't practiced enough, or I don't know, something had happened. But it was a learning experience. I got up there and did it. The fact that I got up there and was happy to speak in front of 100 people built my confidence, because it wasn't a failure. It was a growth and learning exercise. So reframing failure as growth and learning, and having that knowledge that one failure is one step closer to winning, that is also going to directly impact your confidence. So try to make those little shifts. Like I say, keep in mind the neuroplasticity thing and forming those neuro connections. And this is not something that's going to be easy, and it's going to take a bit of time. But once you see the opportunity in it and the growth in it, that is going to directly impact how confident you are as a person. Next is your environment. And your environment is where you live, the people you hang out with, who you speak to, your circle. This is so important because these people are going to make or break you. They say that you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And to a degree, that's kind of true, because your environment shapes who you are. So maybe this is what's limiting you. The people that you hang out with, maybe they say, oh, you can't do it, or they're not building you up. Your friends should be building you up. They should be telling you, hey man, that was amazing. Maybe giving a little bit of feedback. If they can give feedback, then you know they're good friends and they're not just yes men, right? But your environment is going to also directly impact your confidence. So make sure that you're seeing the right people. Make sure every time you have an interaction with a friend or family member, well, sometimes you can't choose with the family members, But every time you have an interaction with a friend or someone you've picked to have in your circle, you want to come away feeling better than you did before you had that interaction. You want to make sure everybody's building you up. So your environment is huge, and that will also directly impact your confidence. Now, lastly, doing. You can have all of these things. You can have all of these things. You can know the topic. You can understand that if it doesn't go well, then it's not just a failure, it's actually learning, and you can have the right people around you. But until you start doing the thing, whatever that is, speaking to investors, public speaking, going and trying to talk to girls, or just talking to other humans, whatever it is that you're trying to build confidence in, you need to make sure that you're using these as a base, and then you're building off of that by doing. You need to build your house brick by brick by doing at each level. The more you do, the more confidence you build. It's like bricks, they stack on top of each other. You do one thing that was difficult. Wow, now you can do the next thing and the next thing. And by the time you're finished, I can't spell, it's going to be confidence. By the time you're finished, you've built all the way up to being confident in that field. Does that make sense? So you can have these as a base, but unless you're doing the action, you're not going to get there. It's not like this thing where you can just program your subconscious. You can't just say, I'm a confident person, I'm a confident person, I'm a confident person, because you haven't got the base. And if you haven't got the base, you're going to build a house on sand. And then when you go to do the thing without having the base, you're going to fall apart. And that's it. And I probably hadn't practiced enough. Or maybe I hadn't done the thing enough in front of a few people to do it in front of 100 people. So my foundation was not ready for the house or the block that I was trying to place on there.